required to become an RPA developer, and also what are the types of robots we have in the current environment. And also at the end, we would be having a quick demo, and also we would be providing the details. What is the difference when compared to the other institutes, and what are the benefits you get it from by joining the TSL, that is the Stack Learn. And we will take up the question at the end. But meanwhile, let's say if you have any questions or any whatever it might be, it might be non-related to this one as well, but you can stop anywhere during the session instead of you carrying it out the confusion till the end. You can stop it. You can stop me anywhere. Okay. Any questions before that, or can we start?
We can start, Anil.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So first, we'll start with what is RPA, or where exactly the RPA has started. It means when the idea came into the picture. Before that, maybe let's say someone of you, whether you have inquired about the RPA or UiPath, or whether you have done any Google search, what exactly we do as an RPA developer in a software company, or what does the RPA do? Whether someone have inquired about that one, maybe, yeah, if someone can let us know, that would help. Anyone of you? Okay. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, we'll start with what is RPA, or where exactly it has started. Maybe we'll start with the manufacturing robot, which was invented during 1950s, where they have implemented the manufacturing robot. Let's say they have automated by using the physical virtual machines to replace the human workers. It means, let's say, currently you know about the car manufacturing companies, where most of the assembling of a car will be done by the manufacturing robots. So initially, it started with the manufacturing robot, and the same thing, it was implemented in the software industry. The same automation, but in software, they call it as an robotic process automation. Okay. So the full form of RPA is robotic process automation. And in that, we'll go through each term. And robotic is nothing but mimic the human actions. It means whatever the human does, it will mimic the same actions. Let's say if you want to open any Amazon website in the browser and search for anything, let's say you search for any iPhone 15, and you will get the list of iPhone models in the web page. So to extract that information, it means whatever you are doing, let's say opening a browser or signing in or extracting the data, whatever the human does, here the robot will also do the same thing. It will mimic the human actions. Okay, that is on the robotic. And process is nothing but a sequence of steps. Let's say on the same example, first step, you will be logging into the browser or opening a browser and providing the URL of Amazon website. And then you will search for iPhone 15 and you will select any model. It means you have a sequence of steps. So same sequence of steps will be called it as a process. It means the same steps we will be automating in the RPA process, that we will call it as together the steps we will call it as an RPA process. And automation is something, it will be done by the robot without the human intervention. It means it will be automatically implemented by the robot. So this is where the RPA is. And to give a brief idea about RPA, RPA is something in a software or software technology that allows anyone of you to define a set of instructions for a robot to mimic the human actions by integrating multiple technologies. Let's say you have an application which was developed in Java, and You will fetch the information from any of the Java application, and you will be opening any of the SAP application. It means you will fetch the data from one application, you will be populating in the any other SAP application. It means you are integrating with multiple technologies. So this is what the RPA comes into picture. So any questions on this one? Okay. So there are multiple use cases on RPA implementation. So it will be used in many of the companies or multiple domains. Let's say if we go into the insurance companies, they will be receiving a lot of claims as an form, physical form. It can be an any email form which they receive. So basically, they will be extracting that information and they will be storing it in their internal applications. So this is a kind of an automation which UiPath or RPA can do. It means it will fetch the information from the form and it will be entering those details into their internal application. So same way in banking industry also, like the RPA is implemented. Let's say so they will also receive a lot of invoices or lot of applications. Sorry, any questions? Someone was asking something. Okay. So in banking also, like we have multiple
Sir, I have
scenarios
one
where,
question, sir.
okay,
If a manual daily repeated task it usually automate, sir. அதாவது மேனுவல் வந்து ஒரு டெய்லியும் நம்ம வந்து ஒரு ஒர்க்கை திரும்ப திரும்ப பண்ணிட்டேன்னா அதை ஆட்டோமேட் பண்ண முடியும் அந்த மாதிரி தானே சார் இல்ல வேற
yes,
ஏதாவது
correct.
நம்ம அதை ஆட்டோ
Whatever the humans are doing it manually, the same repetitive task for months or years of time, it can be
ஓகே
automated. Yeah. This is
ஓகே
something, there is an existing process what people are doing. So that will be automated through the RPA. Let's see, the major example would be BPO. uh, Maybe most of the people might have heard about the BPO, where they will get a lot of data in an Excel sheet or a lot of data in any of the forms. They will just copy that data and paste it in any of the applications or somewhere. So they will not be having any other task, just will be doing the same type of task every day. So instead of doing this one, like we will be automating the same process through the RPA. We'll just automate whatever a company has that manual process. We'll just automate that particular process. Hope that would be clear. Okay. So as I was going through that banking also we can implement a lot of things in banking industry where let's say consider an ATM also. ATM also, once we insert any ATM card and we will type in the PIN and the amount. But the backend, there will be any automation in place. Same way in the retail industry as well, they will get a lot of invoices where they will have to fetch that information and populate in any of the applications, or they will be sending an email to any of the other companies. It means like nowadays, like in every domain or every company or every industry is using this particular RPA. There are multiple use cases. Maybe on the later stage, we would be discussing those things. Okay. So going to evolution of RPA, where exactly it has started or from when it has started. So basically in 1990s, and that is where it has started, not on the RPA, but on the traditional automation, where they have implemented on the macros. Most of the people may be aware if you open any Excel file, you will see a tab called developer or automate, where you will see macros, where if you select any of the manual operation, automatically in the Excel, it will be converted into VB script, something and call it as a macro. So same way, in 1990s, they have implemented that macros, where it will automatically convert the data into VB script, and it will automatically, once you implement that macro, it will be automatically done. And also on 1990s, they have also automated the user interface testing, where that is where the first time it came into the play on automation. It will just primarily check on the functionality of any visual elements which are present on the application. Let's say if you open any application, you will see a lot of data, or you will see a lot of URLs, which if you click on that particular URL, you will navigate it to the next page or next window. So testing of this particular visual elements were automated in the period of 1990s. That is where the general automation came into play. But this was completely developed based on the strong programming knowledge, which is very difficult, or they have hired a lot of people, but with a limited scope. They cannot implement a lot of things in the web page, but with a limited scope, they have started automating that one. Yeah, in 2000, that is where the RPA has started. So in 1990s, it's general automation in the Excel or UI. But in the 2000, that is where the RPA came into the place, where they have implemented a screen scraping technology. Screen scraping or data scraping, these are the two words which you hear in UiPath a lot. On day-to-day basis, you will have to use the data scraping or screen scraping methods, where that will extract the information present in the web page or any of the application. Basically, whatever you see in any of the application or any of the web page, you will be able to extract that information. It means you will be able to copy that data using the RPA. So this is, we call it as a screen scraping or data scraping methods. This was implemented on in 2000s. So this was initially implemented, and in okay, so in 2000, like first it was adapted by the banking and insurance companies. They have a lot of yeah, someone has unmuted. Maybe if you could go on mute, that would help. Okay. So in 2000, as I mentioned, screen scraping came into the picture, and the first companies, first industry which has adapted is on banking and insurance companies, where they have started implementing, since they have huge amount of data and also a lot of manual work was being utilized in this banking industry. They have started adapting this RPA technology. So once they have adapted, for them it became a huge help for the banking industry to reduce a lot of paperwork, because previously they were doing with some kind the paperwork. So they wanted to reduce that thing, and so they have adapted this RPA technology. And around 2010, maybe you might have heard the word recession in the software industry. Most of the people who work or who are aware of the IT or software industries, they might be aware of the word recession. Whenever the recession comes, people will be thinking, okay, I will lose job, or whether I can survive in the IT or something like that. So during that period of time, around 2010, 20, around 29, we got some recession where a lot of companies are laying off the people. So at that point of time, companies have started looking for any of RPA technology. Instead of having more people in place, just they wanted to do cost cutting. It means they want to reduce the employees, but the same work has to be implemented in the company.